The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network for the second half of our Friday doubleheader. The William Paterson Pioneers making the trek in from North Jersey to take on the Delaware Blue Hens in this ACHA Men's Division I regular season matchup. James Witherite delighted to be joining all of you from here in the 412 Communications press box for the late game on this Friday night in the First State. Heading right into the Limestone Pension Associates line charts. Delaware back from a 4-point weekend in the Steel City, sweeping the Pitt Panthers. And a pair of one-goal decisions to sit atop the ESCHL standings. A single point tomorrow against, or not tomorrow, Sunday against Drexel will seal the regular season title for the Blue Hens and will send them to St. Louis for their second straight ACHA National Championships appearance. Tanner Mahoney out of the lineup tonight with a lower body injury. So we'll see Cody Diaz slot into the top line with Justin Guelph and Ryan Rodriguez at his flanks. This grouping accounting for 52 Delaware goals this season, with Jack Keller and Shane Straubinger getting the nod defensively. A well-earned night off for Jacob Snellenberg, who's 15-4-1 on the year. We'll see Jacob King getting the assignment between the pipes for the Blue Hens. He's 3-0-0 on the season with a 154 goals against average and a save percentage of .930. On the opposite side of the red line, Bill Katinsky's William Paterson Pioneers, 10-14-1 on the season, competing in the ECHA. Austin Teets, the big name to look out for, 25 goals in 25 games played, with 7 helpers, giving him 32 points on the year to lead the Pioneers. Jason Laster and Dante Amato will start alongside him up front. Matthew O'Donnell and George Boyle will handle starting defensive duties. O'Donnell with 4 goals and 9 assists in his own right. Good to see a half a point a game defenseman, as we see more 200-foot play from Blue Liners. Delaware certainly with their share, noting the likes of Riley Donor and Luke Panapresso, both in double-digit points this season. Between the pipes, it's Hunter Galgani, 6-4-0 on the year with a .371 goals against average and a save percentage of .901. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by the law office of Heather A. Long. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. Not just a representative, but Heather A. Long is truly an advocate. 302-466-5664 to schedule a free consultation or visit injuryde.com. We're going to take a pause here on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, it will be go time. Pioneers and Blue Hens coming up next. You're watching the Delaware Hockey Network. And it's all brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
And welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. The William Paterson Pioneers and the Delaware Blue Hens. Ready to roll for the second half of our Friday night DHN doubleheader in the first state. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Josh Flom, our videographer tonight. Our production assistant is the stat man Eli Swope, and we're going to head inside the glass right now to meet tonight's starting lineups. Hockey fans, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association presents a men's Division I regular season game between the visiting William Paterson University Pioneers and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting William Paterson Pioneers, coached by Bill Katinsky. Starting in goal, number 1, Hunter Galgani. On defense, number 27, Matthew O'Donnell. And number 44, George Boyle. At left wing, number 8, Austin Teets. At right wing, number 10, Jason Lastra. And at center, number 14, Dante Amato. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, from Vernon, New Jersey, number 1, Jacob King. On defense, from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 5, Jack Keller. And from Ringwood, New Jersey, number 12, Shane Stroppinger. At left wing, from Kenilworth, New Jersey, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. At right wing, from Kendall Park, New Jersey, number 21, Justin Guelph. And starting at center, from Foundry City, Neenah, Wisconsin, number 37, Cody Diaz. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Baines, Eric Starron, and Mark Zezut, assisted by student manager Anthony Mazzio. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees John Poling and Colby Sakuma, and linespeople James Mandel and Steve Cannon. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Set to go. Pioneers and Blue Hens to kick off the final homestand for Delaware's top ACHA team this weekend. Delaware in their home whites traveling left to right. Blue helmets, blue numbers, blue sleeves. William Paterson in their away black kits, orange-black numbers on the back and sleeves. Moving from our right to our left as we get ready to go. Halfway between Philadelphia and Baltimore. Amato and Diaz take the opening draw, and off we go. Justin Guelph storming up the right wing board, centering pass right off the rip, trying to find Rodriguez, but couldn't. It's held in by Guelph. Diaz protecting the right point off the failed Teats clear. Rodriguez walking the line, trying to backhand one in close. This is covered by Galgani, and we've got to pause just 22 seconds into the first period. Hunter Galgani is mentioned coming into this game 6-4-0 on the year, with a .371 goals against average. Top lines stay on for the subsequent draw. Quick shot from Straubinger from the left point off the face-off win from Cody Diaz, and that was steered wide. Guelph, surrounded by black sweaters, tried to pave a way to the cage, but his shot was blocked. Holding close to home was Aiden Swain on the defensive for the Pioneers. Keller trying to headman again to Diaz in close. This puck taken away from him by Matthew Bucci, but he fails to clear. It will be walked by Dante Amato up the middle, but he's slowed up by the reaching stick of Keller, clogging up the high slot. Keller recovers the loose puck. He advances it to Rodriguez, who waits a beat under pressure from Filicamo before pulling back into his own zone. It's left forward to Andrew Lowe, but he's outnumbered just above the Paterson blue line. It's flipped forward by Swain, up the near wall, deep into the Delaware zone. Recovered by the product of Team Maryland of the EHL, Andrew Lowe, returned to center. This floated in by Swain. Off the corner board's far side, recovered by Delaware's Riley Donor. Around the horn it comes to Lowe again. Stretch pass across neutral ice. Luke Doshin with a shot from the top of the circle, turned aside by Galgani. Doshin gets his own rebound. The Coloradan leaves this to Donor across to Brady Burke. Opening fire from the right point. This shot covered up by Galgani for a pause in play. 1 minute and 43 seconds into the first period of a scoreless so far contest. Mighty early though between these two sides, but the Delaware Blue Hens asserting in terms of momentum, in terms of territory. They've already accounted for 3 shots on goal against the Pioneers. Puck tied up at the near half wall, held in by Donor from center point. He tried to shoot from distance, but that chance off its intended mark. Here's Dominic Guido backhanding the puck beyond the reach of Lowe. This race down by Vincent Stoffel in Pioneer black and orange, and he floats this up the left wall, back as far as the Delaware blue line and then some, where another Team Marylander, Noah Goose, pulls back. D pass to Panapresso, sending this puck up the left wing boards. It was tipped by Lowe over the glass and out of play, and we've got a pause. 2 minutes and 18 seconds into opening period action. Face-off is going to be spotted right in front of the Pioneers bench. As we see the third line for the first time tonight, Chance DeBolt, flanked by Tommy Tracy and A.J. Muley. Goose could not hold the zone. Panapresso back inside his own line to recover. Goose, advancing pass, he couldn't find DeBolt. This is taken away by Paterson's Dante Amato and flipped into the near corner of the Delaware end. Slammed by Panapresso behind the net. To Tracy, back it comes to Goose. He lets this puck go through neutral ice. Tracy could not find Panapresso near side. DeBolt protecting for the Hens, and this is dumped in. Tommy Tracy surrounded. Flips the puck to Muley, back into the high slot. Tracy surrounded by Paterson defenders, left that back to Keller. Muley in the near corner. Tracy, Keller across the line. Straubinger shooting from distance. That chance from 50 feet trickled wide of the near post. Rebound controlled by O'Donnell, and this will be worked clear by the Pioneers. It's 3.5 minutes gone. Jack Keller waiting behind his own goal. Jacob King yet to see any action between the pipes for Delaware. This puck is tipped by Early into the near corner. And O'Donnell recovering, sends this back across neutral ice and then some. Burke, Donor, tipped again by Early. Behind the Paterson goal, Louis Ruel steps up to body O'Donnell off the path of the puck. This coming back to center. Early leaves the puck back to Donor. Across Burke near side. Thrown up the middle, getting a stick on it was Luca Filacamo, but Rodriguez pursues behind the Paterson net. Surrounded by a pair of Pioneer defenders. His attack ultimately is cut short. So back the Hens come in their own zone. They've accounted for 4 shots on goal to WPU's 0. But they've been forced back into their own end to start things up zone to zone to zone quite a few times. Here's Guelph. He tried to dipsy doodle in close. Blocking his lane to the cage was Luke Dube. Goose hustles back to center to try to get the puck deep into Paterson territory and generate a change. This is going to be called offside. 4:58 into the first period. We are scoreless from Fred Rust Arena. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be, and that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule a free consultation. Call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. 5:20 elapsed to the first period. Teets up the middle, tried to find Laster at the Delaware blue line, but he was double teamed and couldn't handle that pass cleanly. First Paterson shot of the game came from Dante Amato just inside the Delaware blue line. That shot from the right point turned aside easily by Jacob King, making his 4th start of the year for the Blue Hens, looking for his 4th win of the year for the Blue Hens, sporting a 154 goals against average coming into this Valentine's Day meeting. Burke to DeBolt, and this is going to come back an icing, as DeBolt didn't gain the red line on the play. Ahead off the breakout pass. 5:57 in the books here in the opening period, and if not the first attacking zone draw for the Pioneers tonight, definitely no more than the second. As Delaware have done a good job in the early stages of this game, controlling momentum and controlling territory. Tracy with a long shot that ricocheted awkwardly off the back glass. Johnny Poling had to duck to get out of the way of that one. Swartwout with a shot as he was pressured by Burke into the corner. He got one on net. King with the save. Here's Burke up the middle, and Muley was just offside, so this is going to come back with 13 and a half to go. In opening period action, no scores yet from Fred Rust Arena. So back to neutral territory we go. Some jostling between Cole and Early on the wings of that face-off, which ultimately the Hens win. Goose tried to throw one in from the right point. Shot was wide. Panapresso plays this behind the cage. Karam shot to Infanger. Left back to Goose, thrown in off the backboards. Race for the puck goes the way of Paterson's Brian Cole, clearing back to center, but recovering is Panapresso. O'Donnell through traffic, carries the puck into the Delaware zone. Pressured by Goose, he got a shot away. This is covered up by King, and we've got a pause in play. And we restart to the right of Jacob King after his 3rd save of the night. Is volleyed across neutral territory, thrown by Panapresso ahead to Rodriguez. Guelph in close. This is going to come back. Puck was played by a high stick. Penalty for that, loss of zone. And the ensuing face-off will take place just above the Paterson blue line with 12:37 to go in a scoreless first period from Fred Rust Arena. Guelph storming in again. He shoots and scores. Justin Guelph lights the lamp. 7:31 into the first period. The Hens strike first. This coming right off the draw. Looked like Panapresso, after the Diaz face-off win, tipped the puck in Guelph's direction, and he came barreling in to score his 17th of the season and give the Delaware Blue Hens the early advantage. Delaware his 17th of the season. Scored by number 21, Justin Guelph. Assisted by number 26, Luke Paterson. And number 37, Cody Diaz. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 31 seconds of the first period. Guelph's 17th from Paterson and Diaz at 7:31. The particulars on the Guelph goal bringing us to the 9-minute mark of the first period. Brady Burke to Tracy, unloading from the right dot. Hard shot right into the pads of Galgani, who comes up with save number 5. Muley looking for space, hassled by Barbieri behind the net. Is thrown off the near boards, where Burke chips the puck into the near corner. Boyle cannot recover for Paterson. Tracy tried to put one on a T-net front, but DeBolt was canceled out on the welcome end. Chance to Bolt now with a little bit more time and space. Cycles to Tracy. To Burke, working in low. A Vincent Stoffel poke check slows him up. Stoffel trying to clear to no avail. Burke protecting territory for the Hens, now working down low. Muley keeping the heat on. Stoffel failed to clear. Donor holding the line for the Blue Hens. But Boyle's got space to walk this nearly to center before clearing. Hens trying to catch WPU in the midst of a change while changing themselves. Tracy waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Circles behind the Paterson net. Half the first period is completed, with Delaware leading William Paterson 1-0 on this Friday night from Fred Rust Arena. Cole slowed up by a Tracy hit right above the Delaware blue line. James Mandel, getting the worst of that collision, stays on his feet. Louis Matthew Ruel, boom, just like that. Makes it 2-0. The Quebecois lights the lamp. And it starts right here with Goose to Early. Tipped back by Infanger. And that's one of those goals that you wish you could give a third assist, because that started all the way back in the Delaware zone with Noah Goose finding Trevor Early on the breakout feed. And Louis Matthew Ruel striking for his third goal of the season, giving the Hens a 2-0 advantage. Oh, Delaware goal! His third of the season, scored by number 14, Louis Matthew Ruel. Assisted by number 8, Trevor Early. And number 4, Alex Infanger. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 26 seconds in the first period. Ruel's third from Early and Infanger at 10:26. So the Hens striking early and often, putting an early pair past Hunter Galgani. And a pause in play with a puck going over the glass with 8:07 remaining in the first. We'll set up a face-off that's going to be ruled inside the Delaware zone. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Hens unable to escape their zone. Barbieri protecting the point. Second time round, Hens working forward. Luke Doshin taken down from a stern by Bucci. Gained the line, ultimately lost the puck. Guido protecting for the Hens, but unable to run the gauntlet up the left wing boards in deep. This was held in by Straubinger across to low near side. Taken away from him by Swain. Floated to center, sticked out by Swartwout. And this comes back as far as the Paterson blue line. Swain off the feed from Bucci. Just gains the Delaware line. Good pressure from Andrew Lowe, tying up Aiden Swain, who among defenders, the leader in assists for Paterson with a dozen on the season. 7 and change to go in the first period from Fred Rust Arena. 2-0 to score. Goals from Justin Guelph and L.M. Ruel, giving Delaware their early advantage over the Pioneers. This puck goes over the glass and out. One last home game for the Blue Hens this season. It comes on Sunday when they host the Drexel Dragons. We'll have that game for you here on the DHN. Then they head to Niagara, February 22-23. And the following weekend, the ESCHL postseason tournament returns to the Revolution Ice Center in Scranton. And we will have all the action from northeastern Pennsylvania all weekend long right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. You won't want to miss a shift of the action. Tommy Tracy turns up the forechecking pressure and recovers the puck from Stoffel. The Burke shot was deflected up in the atmosphere amid net front traffic, and this is cleared by Paterson's Thomas Boyle. Burke back to center, sure to gain that line before letting the puck go up the right wing boards in behind the Paterson goal. DeBolt sends a rolling puck back to neutral ice. He tried to find Goose at the point but failed. Boyle to Teets. Thrown in over the Delaware line, recovered by Tracy. Taking a check from the forechecking Dante Amato, looking to add to his 14 goals on the year. Goose, that foreboding defensive presence. Let this go the length of the ice. It will come back on icing with 5:55 remaining in the first period. And no score for the William Paterson Pioneers. Looking to get one here on Delaware's 2 with an attacking zone draw coming their way. Delaware, the guilty party off the icing, unable to change, so Chance DeBolt is in for the draw. Across from Amato. Quick shot off the draw, turned aside by King, the 4th one he's seen tonight. Tommy Tracy pulling back into his own zone. Through traffic, he's stripped of the puck by Lastra over the center logo, but the North Carolinian Dylan Causey recovers. He drives this in behind the Paterson goal. Boyle recovers. And this is sent clear by Teets into neutral ice. Walking back in is Infanger to early backhand shot on the welcome mat. Right into the Galgani chest protector, who squared up for the textbook save. Final 5:10 in the first period. Delaware with a 2-0 lead. They've controlled the momentum of this first period pretty well overall. A pair of statement wins against the University of Pittsburgh Panthers last weekend, in which Delaware turned on the compete level for all 120-some minutes of hockey. 126, 127, somewhere in there. A pair of hard-earned victories over the Panthers. And the Hens are flying high coming into their penultimate regular season weekend. Swartwout with the takeaway. He's steered by Guelph to the far corner after gaining the Delaware line. He tried to shoot from an awkward angle, but that puck was deflected off its target. 4:12 to go in the first. Donor to Burke. Freshman from Denver, Pennsylvania, product of the Philadelphia Little Flyers of the EHL. Carries this end-to-end. He's steered behind the net by Swain. Dished off to Guelph, working the near half wall. Donor one-timer. Right down the pipe into the bread basket of Galgani, and we've got a pie. 3:45 remaining in opening period play. Andrew Lowe trying to protect the puck. In a two-a-side battle at the base of the Paterson bench. Lowe drop pass. The shot from Guido over the glass and out. Another attacking zone draw coming the Hens' way. This to the right of Galgani. Won by Guido. Held in by Donor. Shot on net, deflected aside by Galgani. That's the 10th Delaware shot of the first period. We're down to the final 200 seconds in opening period action. And Dominic Guido leads the re-entry after the Paterson Pioneers cleared. Guido tied up in the far corner, trying to recover the puck. For the Pioneers was Brian Cole. This loose in front, steered out of the reach of Doshin by Stoffel. Stoffel playing the body on Luke Doshin, who keeps on ticking. He shoots after paving away to the mid-slot. That was high off the back glass. Low to Bolt, thrown in from distance off the rebound. Doshin trying to capitalize, but he couldn't get his backhand on net. Panapresso stepping up from the left point, plays a bouncing puck in behind the cage, picked up by Lowe. Lowe circles high, shot, bobbled by Galgani. It's loose in front. Play whistle dead by Colby Sakuma, and we're going to see this again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. A couple rapid-fire shots there. Solid chance for a third Delaware goal, but ultimately plenty of commotion in front. DeBolt denied, Doshin denied, and the face-off will come to the right of Hunter Galgani, who's now got 11 saves on 13 total shots. 2:20 remaining in the first period of a 2-0 hockey game. A game that's seen a lot of action on the east side of the rink. Lastra works this westward. He gains the red line before flipping the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Hustling back to it was Tracy. He gets the puck back from Goose. Tommy Tracy failed to head man to Muley, who camped out net front. This taken away by Lastra and rifled back deep into the Delaware end. Final 95. Keller, after gaining the line, dropped this off to Tommy Tracy. Topped the puck on the wrist shot opportunity. Lastra lets this go. No icing here. Straubinger pressured. Leaves the puck for Tracy. And the Hens will get some fresh legs on. Probably their second last change of the period. Infanger off the setup from Straubinger. Shot into the outstretched left leg of Hunter Galgani. Villicamo steers this out of harm's way. And we're down to the final minute of the first period. Early's shot stick checked up into the back netting, and this is out of play with 52 and 1/5 seconds remaining in the first period. Hens still doing well to generate chances. Can they get one more before they head to the dressing room? Early and Barbieri. Meeting in the near circle. Trevor Early victorious over the dot. Ruel looking for a second. Bodied off the path of the puck, Infanger. Backhand. Turned aside by Galgani. Early controlling the rebound, Brady Burke with a shot from downtown. but that's ultimately deflected wide too. Final 23 here in the first period. Bucci clears. Infanger throws the puck back in. Hens will change. Diaz cutting off Swain. And this goes over the glass and out with 11 1/5 seconds remaining in the first. Face-off spotted just above the Delaware blue line. Diaz and Dube. Puck is directed back into the Delaware zone. Rodriguez going to leave this for Burke, and that will do it for the first period. At the end of 20 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 2, William Paterson Pioneers 0. Back on the DHN after the first intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Back inside Fred Rust Arena, 20 minutes in the books. Blue Hens with a 2-0 lead over the Pioneers. And a look back at Delaware's first period goals, 7.5 minutes in. Right off this neutral zone face-off win from Cody Diaz. The Storm strikes Justin Guelph, potting his 17th of the season. And then Louis Matthew Ruel off a tip back from Alex Infanger, scoring for the third time this year to make it a 2-0 hockey game. That at the 10:26 mark of the first period. Ice resurfaced for this middle period. Teams changing ends. Delaware moving from east to west, right to left. The William Paterson Pioneers moving from west to east. From our left to our right. Here in the second period, James Mandel says, "Let's go, guys." Fourth line starting the second period for the Blue Hens. Alex Infanger across from Dante Amato. Period number 2 has begun. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Shot in close. Early off the rebound, unable to finish past Galgani for a third Delaware goal. Laster the other way, flips the puck into the far corner of the Delaware end. Straubinger to Keller. Keller gains red. Puck played by the high stick of William Paterson's George Boyle. Taking aim was Rodriguez. Shot was wide and over the glass. Diaz holding. Off the attacking zone draw, the Burke shot from the point was off its target. Puck skitters back to center where it's picked up by Filicamo. He's bodied into the near boards and neutral ice, and here come the Hens back the other way. This is called offside with 18:44 to go in the second. Another Delaware face-off win. They were dynamite on the dot in the first period, winning 11 of 15. Donor's shot from distance, right on target. Holding for the pause was Hunter Galgani. Only 88 seconds have gone by in this stop-and-go second period. Big guns on for the Hens. Trying to take advantage of mismatches on down the depth chart. First line on against second line here. Diaz, one-timer inside the dot off the Guelph setup. Popped offline. Berg holds. Shot wobbles wide. Guelph tried to turn this back to Rodriguez. It was taken away by Thomas Boyle. Cole clears, and this will come back in icing with 18:02 to go in period number 2. Face-off migrates to the near side. Hens taking the opportunity as the non-offending team on the ice seem to get some fresh legs on. Guido across from Dube, wins the draw. Paterson. Long shot, was on target. Galgani got a piece of it. Doshin, after fielding the rebound, cycles to Guido. Flip back to Goose. This goes over the glass and out of action again. So we restart to the left of Hunter Galgani, and the Pioneers win this faceoff. Lastra forced back into his own zone after a failed Paterson clear. Doshin offering forechecking pressure. This is thrown by Amato. Up the left wing boards, icing waved off by Mandel. Panepresso had to hustle back. Teets turning up the forechecking pressure. Guido corrals the puck at his own blue line. He's stood up by Lastra. Was turned back by Boyle in behind the Delaware goal. Guido pulls back. Race on. Lowe won the race to the puck, lost his footing, trying to chase it down below the cage. Guido turning. Shot was blocked by Lastra. Rebound chance made it on net. Straubinger could not hold the line, delayed offside. And the whistle of Steve Cannon sounds with 16:46 to go in the second period. And we'll restart in neutral ice. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special event. Team event special occasion, that's what it is. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. I guarantee you will be the first star of your next gathering. Swartwout getting space. King squaring up for the save. And he deflects this puck into the back netting, out of play. Best chance of the game for the Pioneers, and Jacob King slams the door. Early in for the restart for the Hens. Donor plays this up the left wing boards to Ruel. This is whistled dead. Puck out of play, grazed the netting. Just above the boards on the near side. Separating the ice from the spectator area. Here on the south grandstand of Fred Rust Arena. Four minutes gone of the second period. The tandem of Infanger and Early ceding territory ultimately. And the Hens back in their own zone. Donor tried to stretch this ahead toward Early. Boyle made a play at the puck but couldn't reel it in for Paterson. Donor holding the left point. Too early, this is whistled dead with 15:28 to go in the second. We presume it was a hand pass. But a puck into the netting off a Paterson stick. Yielded an attacking zone face-off for the Blue Hens, and now a shot over the glass and out will bring us right back to Galgani's right. Diaz and Amato, the starting centers, squaring off. Guelph broke his stick trying to shoot from high in the zone. Lastra takes the puck away. He's slowed up by Goose. After a Goose stick check, sent the puck skittering to a halt. Lastra swatted at it to get it in deep behind the Delaware goal. Panapresso failed to connect with Lowe, who brings the puck back into neutral ice after a delayed offside briefly signaled by Steve Cannon. 5 and change gone in the second period of a 2-0 game. Blue Hens with the advantage over the Pioneers from Fred Rust Arena. Rodriguez flips the puck to Straubinger in the near corner. Back to Ryan Rodriguez, it comes far side. Stretch pass, Guido tries to chase this down. Looked like the Hens won the race. That being said, in hybrid icing, the race is judged at the dots. Not at the goal line, the race is judged at the dots. Touch-up icing, yes. If this were the 90s, Delaware would have been still on the offensive. But with hybrid icing and that race being judged at the dots 20 feet above the goal line, this one's going to rightly come back. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. You could hear a collective sigh from the press box after that icing was called. But given hybrid icing, absolutely the correct adjudication. Donor to Muley, bodied off the puck at center by Cole. This is chased down by DeBolt in the far corner of the Paterson zone. Pushed forward by Bucci. And now walked up the middle by Dube through neutral ice. Drop pass led to a shot from Brian Cole. It was wide. 13:15 to go in the second period of a 2-0 game. Delaware with the advantage over the Pioneers. Here's Cole again, another wide shot. DeBolt up the middle, makes it 3. The Floridian chance DeBolt, Potts is 5th. And the Hens get a little more breathing room. There the wide shot, which led to the turnover. Tommy Tracy feeding the chance DeBolt, who connects for goal number 5 this season. And the Hens just keep pouring it on. Looking for another. But Galgani's up for the save. Oh, Delaware goal. His 5th of the season. Scored by number 25, Chance DeBolt. Assisted by number 28, Tommy Tracy. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 4 seconds of the second period. DeBolt's 5th from Tracy at 7:04. Trevor Early looking to burn some time off the clock. Leaves this back to Goose. Up the left wall. Panapresso to Infanger. Back come the fourth line again. Goose! Hard shot. Blockered away, and this goes up into the netting and out with 11:56 to go in second period action from Fred Rust Arena. Fresh legs all around, and the face-off comes to the right of Hunter Galgani, who's in danger of seeing that 3.71 goals against average take a considerable hit tonight. He's already faced 22 shots, and we're not even halfway through. Stretch pass up the middle intended for Filicamo. Tipped the other way by Straubinger. Diaz is a 2-on-1 if he hurries. Crosslop past the shot from Justin Guelph. Caught the wrong side of the netting. Straubinger unable to hold. This is Barbieri. Ahead to Swartwout. Turned aside by Keller. Guelph bulldozes up the right wing boards. He dodges a check and tries to stick handle out of traffic. Guelph walking the line, steered behind the net again by George Boyle swarming him. Diaz off the post. Off the net front setup. Diaz again. Got one on net. Getting a piece of that was Galgani. The Pioneers unable to clear after controlling the rebound. It was taken away by Stoffel. Up the middle he comes to gain center. He flips the puck in from distance, and the Pioneers get a much-needed change with 10:45 to go in the second. Rodriguez could not set up Guelph. Diaz in front of his own bench. Steers the puck to Guelph, who took a shot from right in front of the door. Another Galgani stick save. He's 21 for 24 in the save department as this game winds its way to the midpoint. Filicamo from beyond the blue line got one on net, forcing King to play the puck. Doshin up the left wing boards, back on the offensive for the Hens. Doshin hassled in the near corner. To Guido, quick release. This goes into the glove of Hunter Galgani, and we've got a pause. With 10:06 to go in the second period of what stands a 3-0 Delaware advantage. Hens controlling virtually every element of this hockey game. Off a pair of wins in the Iron City, these Delaware Blue Hens flying mighty high right now and trying to carry that momentum all the way to the end of the year. But 10:08 into this game, the shutout hopes of Jacob King were just dashed by Austin Teets collecting his 26th goal of the season. The William Paterson Pioneers are on the board. Lastra with the drop pass. And Austin Teets. At 10:08 in the second period has cut Delaware's lead to 2. William Paterson goal, his 26th of the season. Scored by number 8, Austin Teets. Assisted by number 10, Jason Lastra, and number 14, Dante Amato. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. Teets is 26th from Lastra and Amato at 10:08. Center ice face-off coming up following an offside against the Pioneers. Panapresso starting it up the other way. There's no icing this time. Austin Teets again working the far corner. Amato absorbs a check. Hens hold the zone. Stoffel the other way up the far wall. Tracy back deep in his own zone recovers. Panapresso to Goose. Stretched ahead to Muley. The pass from Tracy intended for DeBolt across the slot. Didn't connect. It was blocked away. Boyle recovering. He tried to float the puck off the far boards ahead to Thomas Swartwout, but too much on that breakout pass. And the advance from Panapresso to Muley coming back into the Paterson zone will be called back offside with 8:39 to go in second period action. And Delaware with a 3-1 lead over the William Paterson Pioneers. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, between your team and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital. The 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you, whether you're on the East Coast, in the Ohio Valley, or anywhere in between. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Want to know more? 412communications.com. Keller chips the puck off the far boards. Early could not clear. Slap shot from Barbieri, held onto by King for a pause in action. Delaware back in control of the puck off the D zone draw, and Brady Burke's going to walk it up the middle. Burke barrels into the near corner, flipping the puck to Rodriguez after being steered out of the house. Rodriguez tried to wrist this in behind the goal, but it's pushed back as far as the Delaware blue line by Boyle. Donor pulls back behind his own line. 7.5 minutes to go in the second period. Diaz has a one-on-one off the stretch pass. Quickly, the Paterson back checkers caught up to him, so he waits for the reinforcements to come in, and the shot coming from Brady Burke is held on to by Galgani for another break in the action, this with 7:26 to go. In the second period, Delaware with a 3-1 lead over the Pioneers of William Paterson University. Guido awaiting his adversary. That adversary, Dante Amato. Lunging for the save was Galgani off the face-off shot. So Guido and Amato will do it again. Doshin trying to walk in off the dot, sticked at, and Teets emerges with the puck. This left to Amato, centered to Lastra. Working up the right wing boards and in is Aiden Swain. Swain steered by Panapresso to the near corner, ultimately gives the puck away. Panapresso chips this off the near boards. Doshin Tied up by Teets just inside the line. This batted forward by the glove of Lastra. Colby Sakuma signaling a hand pass. Ultimately not completed. And Delaware played the puck over the boards and out. So with 6:51 to go in the second, we'll restart with a face-off to the left of Jacob King, who stopped 7 of the 8 shots he's faced to this point. This game 5/9 complete. Muley turning, throwing the puck over the blue line. It's volleyed back in by Amato. Time and space for Keller, at least briefly so. He holds behind his own goal. Lastra kept the pressure on him. This is held in by Dante Amato. Drop pass to Teets. Shot high and wide from the corner. This goes over the glass and out with 6:16 remaining in the second period. Looking at the height differential there between Jason Lastra and Jack Keller as they head back to their respective benches. That whole William Paterson first line. Them some big boys. Barbieri could not get past Early. Infanger, after circling behind the goal, drops the puck off to Early after gaining the zone. Burke holding. He throws it off the near wall. This is picked up and walked up the near side by Luca Filicamo. Back into the Delaware end. He took aim after putting on the brakes at the right half boards, but his shot was wide. Barbieri gives way to Infanger, pushing play back into neutral territory. Filicamo leaves this back. Thrown off the far boards by Boyle, intercepted by Burke. Burke and Causey in together. Ultimately foiled by Stoffel, clogging up the high slot, and we've got an icing against the William Paterson Pioneers with 5:33 to go in the second period of a 3-1 game. Advantage Delaware before a home Valentine's Day crowd. We'll do it all again Sunday as the Dragons of Drexel University come to town. Game time 7 p.m. Eastern. And then off to the city of good neighbors go these Delaware Blue Hens to take on the Purple Eagles of Niagara. We'll all reconvene the weekend bridging February and March at the ESCHL postseason tournament. All 5 games featuring all 6 teams in the ESCHL's curtain call will be right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. 5:07 to go, puck out of play off a failed William Paterson clear, leading to a face-off in the Pioneers zone to the right of Galgani. This clear was a successful one for the Pioneers. Goes to Panapresso, mid-zone. Panapresso up the left wing boards, back into attacking territory for the Hens. Guelph couldn't give it back to Rodriguez, surrounded in the slot. King compelled to play the puck as it was right on net up the middle. Stretched back, Lowe scores. Andrew Lowe gives the Hens their 4th. And they're back up by 3. Andrew Lowe with 4:31 remaining in the second period. Connecting for his 3rd of the year. together with a pair of first liners. Oh, Delaware goal. His third of the season. Scored by number 17, Andrew. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. And number 37, Cody Diaz. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 29 seconds of the second period. Lowe's third from Rodriguez and Diaz at 15:29. So we come to the final 3.5 minutes of the second period. Hens with a 4-1 lead over the Pioneers. Muley standing his ground in a collision with Swain. This comes back into the Delaware end. Burke to Muley. Left back to Donor. Hens looking for that crisp outlet pass. DeBolt at the center line. Directs the puck in behind the William Paterson goal. And this is played back up the near wall out by Lastra. Teets couldn't get to the puck over center. Panapresso floats it in after intercepting that failed Pioneer breakout. Infanger crashing the net, couldn't redirect the puck past off the Panapresso shot. This intercepted in close as we come to the final 2.5 minutes. In the second period, this is going to come back an icing. Whether you're a weekend warrior like I am, or whether you're a competitive athlete like these guys are, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. DESportsmed.com, the place to go to learn more. Early off the centering pass from Ruel, could not get past Galgani, stepping up for the save. 38 minutes of 5-on-5 hockey. 4-1 the score in favor of Delaware. Panapresso tried to set up Ruel on the doorstep. Diaz's centering pass intended for Goose was broken up and cleared by Aiden Swain. Swain pursuing. This puck goes into the Paterson bench and out of play off the stick of Noah Goose with 96 seconds remaining. In second period action, 4-1 the tally. Delaware with some breathing room over William Paterson as these teams will soon adjourn to their dressing rooms. 2-on-1, Guelph. Rodriguez fanned on the dot-to-dot pass. This cleared nearly back to the Delaware blue line, turned by Keller up the far wall. Barbieri kept play in neutral ice before Guelph came barreling in. Shot, Rodriguez scores. Rodriguez with a goal to go with his assist. He gives the Hens one for the thumb. It's 5-1 Delaware. is potting his 27th of the season. With 18:50 elapsed in the second period, making this now a 5-1 hockey game. Oh, Delaware goal! His 27th of the season. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Assisted by number 21, Justin Guelph. And number 5, Jack Keller. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 50 seconds in the second period. Rodriguez is 27th from Guelph and Keller at 18:50. And here they come again. Lowe looking for his second of the night. Could not maintain control of the puck. Austin Teets works this to Lastra the other way. Final 20. Lastra together with Amato. Centering pass cleared out of harm's way by Donor. Strong on the back check to clog up the slot. Here's Doshin the other direction. He tried to toe drag past Stoffel but lost the puck. It ends up in the near corner. This goes into the netting and out with just 4 seconds to go. In the second period. Final face-off of the period coming to the right of Hunter Galgani, who's seen 16 shots here in the second. DeBolt and Amato in for the draw. And the second period reaches its conclusion. At the end of 40 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 5, William Paterson Pioneers 1. Back after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Delaware's leading scorer this season, Ryan Rodriguez, getting on the board with his 27th goal of the year. With 70 seconds to go in the second period, making this a 5-1 hockey game. Before that, the primary assist on Andrew Lowe's third of the season. This was the goal that made it 4-1 Delaware. And then 3 minutes and 21 seconds later, Ryan Rodriguez getting one for himself brought in up the middle by Justin Guelph. Drop pass to Rodriguez. Giving the Blue Hens their 5th of the night. Jacob King doing the heavy lifting for the Blue Hens between the pipes. He's only seen 11 shots, but he's had the upper hand in 10 of them. Trying to improve to 4-0-0 on the year. Jacob Snellenberg getting a much-deserved night off for the Blue Hens. Delaware 19-10-3 coming into tonight's game. And on Sunday, they've got a date with Drexel. A single point against the Dragons will be enough for the Blue Hens to secure a second consecutive berth to the ACHA National Championships in the Gateway City. But first, third period action tonight from Fred Rust Arena. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Look out at play in the near glass. A look at our quartet of officials on tonight's game. John Poling and Colby Sakuma have yet to elevate their arms. This has been a pretty clean hockey game, all things considered. Diaz unable to clear off the D-zone face-off. Delaware in their home whites moving left to right in third period play. Guelph had won the race well before the dots, so icing waved off this time by Steve Cannon. That hybrid icing can be confusing, especially when on one hand you grow up with touch-up icing, and then in international play and in the USA Hockey rulebook for youth and high school games in this area, automatic icing is the rule. Hybrid somewhere in between, where that race to the puck is judged 20 feet away from the goal line. Doshin trying to shovel the puck in from behind the cage. Stonewalled near side by the tandem of Swain and Boyle. This came back to Goose. Panapresso flips this off the far boards ahead to Andrew Lowe, looking for a second goal tonight. Cross ice pass, ricochets off the near boards. Guido chases the puck down to the near corner. He's hassled by Swain. Goose holding the point. Lost the zone. He was pushed by Thomas Swartwout back into neutral ice. Swartwout across to Filicamo. Shot from the near half wall, bothered by Goose. It ends up wide in the far corner. Doshin trying to rethink his options after being stonewalled up the far boards trying to clear. Bucci got that path blocked out pretty well. Doshin ultimately does clear, but he had to work a bit more to do it. Lowe trying to drive forward in traffic. DeBolt protecting the puck for Delaware in the far corner. Could not center. Straubinger leaves this to Keller. Shot through traffic. Right into the breadbasket of Hunter Galgani, who holds for a break in play with 2:09 elapsed in the third period. Delaware with a 5-1 lead over the William Paterson University Pioneers. To all of you joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network on this Valentine's Day evening, we're glad that we get to be your Friday night date. King with a save on Doob. Doob and DeBolt take the draw to the left of King, won by DeBolt. Controlled by Keller and flipped beyond center, beyond the reach of Boyle. We get our first penalty of the game. 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Into the third period, some dad energy from Colby Sakuma. Sit down. So 2:32 in. Luke Dube ruled off for slashing. The Delaware Blue Hens on the power play for the first time tonight. This power play brought to you by Delaware Sports Medicine. DESportsmed.com, the place to go to learn about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. And Ryan Rodriguez making the Pioneers pay with a power play goal. Ryan's got 2, Delaware's got 6. A skip pass to Rodriguez. That goal coming just 20 seconds into that Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And now it's a 6-1 game. The William Paterson penalty was assessed to number 9, Luke Dube, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes 32 seconds in the third period. Dube 2 for slashing at 2:32. Delaware power play goal, 28th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Assisted by number 21, Justin Guelph, and number 18, Riley Donor. Time of the goal, 2:51 in the third period. And the Pioneers get one on the power play as well, now making this a 6-2 hockey game. Recapping by rule, the Delaware power play goal. Rodriguez's 28th second of the game from Guelph and Donor at 2 minutes 51 seconds in the third period. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 4, Alex Infanger, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes 9 seconds in the third period. Infanger 2 for tripping at 3:09. William Paterson goal, 15th of the season, scored by number 14, Dante Amato, assisted by number 3, Thomas Boyle. Time of the power play goal, 3 minutes, 27 seconds in the third period. Amato's 15th from Boyle at 3:27, a power play goal. So the Hens and Pioneers exchange power play tallies. We've got some extracurriculars after the Galgani save. Linespeople James Mandel and Steve Cannon quick to intervene. And it doesn't look like we'll be any the worse for wear. 15:40 to go in regulation here in this 6-2 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Chance to bolt across from Dube on the attacking zone faceoff. Straubinger leaves this in the corner. DeBolt back up the wall to Straubinger. Played over the reaching stick of Luke Dube in behind the net. Delayed offside as Keller launched that puck in. So no shot on goal can be recorded there. And recovering this puck is Matthew Bucci for the black and orange clad Pioneers. Rodriguez recovers, and he's going to pull back into his own zone to try to burn some time off the clock. 5 minutes elapsed in the third period. This is an icing against WPU. Big guns on together for Delaware, and center Cody Diaz opting for the near circle faceoff. Amato taking it for Paterson. Unable to change off the icing. Guelph tried to set up Diaz on the doorstep, but he couldn't get the shot away in close. Guelph to Brady Burke at the point. Cycle to Diaz. Donor, slap shot up high. Blocked forward by Galgani, and now walked over the line by Paterson's number 24, Brian Cole. Skittering puck picked up by Stoffel on the opposite side of the neutral zone, thrown in from distance. Studied by King, and now up the middle comes Riley Donor the other way. He gains the red line before throwing the puck in. It was just wide of its intended target. Gloved down by Galgani. And the Hens' Louis Mathieu Ruel, unable to maintain attacking momentum. Boyle back deep into the Delaware end. Finds himself outnumbered. And here the other way early, tries to find Ruel up the middle. Keller pulling back. 13:35 to go in the second period. Hens with a 6-2 lead over the Pioneers. And we'll do it all again Sunday when the Drexel Dragons come to town. Game time 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Fourth line in for Delaware. Centering pass came from Ruel to Early, but he couldn't control the puck in the high slot. Early holding the line. Some fresh legs filtering. Panapresso taking aim from 35 feet, and Galgani holds for a pause in play. Face-off coming to Galgani's right. Another shot coming from Panapresso, and another Galgani save, and another Galgani freeze. Guido and Barbieri. Another Guido face-off win is low. Swats at the puck to drive it behind the Paterson goal. It's picked up by Boyle. Thrown off the near glass. Goose blocks it down with his body at the point to hold his own for Delaware, but he finds himself at the center of a two-a-side scrum, and this is pushed by Thomas Swartwout back into the Delaware end. Goose with time and space. Back in he comes, centering feed to Doshin. Double teamed by Pioneers and steered behind the goal. Puck is recovered by O'Donnell and cleared. This is an icing against the Pioneers with 12:26 remaining in a 6-2 hockey game. Advantage Delaware from Fred Rust Arena. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the Law Office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. 12 and change to go in a 6-2 hockey game. Advantage Delaware over William Paterson. DeBolt tried to flip the puck past Boyle, but he turned it over. Muley offering support, got a shot away from in close, but it was high. Donor to DeBolt. Ahead to Tracy, the entry ruled good. Tracy tied up in the near corner of the Paterson zone by the other 28, Matthew Bucci. Burke steps up, chips this off the corner boards. Bucci with some help from Cole, unable to clear. Burke keeping the zone airtight at the right point, launches the puck in off the corner boards. This comes all the way back to the Delaware blue line. Burke tried to stretch ahead to Mulet. No icing with 11-11 to go in the third period. Delaware with a 6-2 lead over William Paterson from Fred Rust Arena. Tracy turns the puck beyond the reach of Swain. Straubinger holding the left point. Recovering was Cole, waiting a beat. Swain couldn't find O'Donnell on the advancing pass through the neutral zone. Play was offside momentarily, and that opened the door for Guelph to come barreling back in to the Paterson zone in search of a second goal and a fourth point tonight. Good work from Jacob King between the pipes for Delaware, doing everything that he's had to. He saved 12 of 14. Good work on the defensive from Delaware's standpoint overall. Limiting William Paterson to but one even strength A-grade chance. As the adage goes, the best defense is a potent offense, and that has certainly been the case tonight for Delaware, just recording their 40th shot of the game. Amato bodied off the puck by Early. Causey corrals it. Teets astride the center line, throws it in behind the Delaware goal, where awaiting was Luke Panapresso. Panapresso this season with 1 goal and 10 assists as a true freshman for Delaware, but the true value of his addition to this team can best be found in the intangibles. Goose working in low. Looking for space. Boyle nearly took the puck away from him. Dylan Causey protecting for the Hens. He couldn't feed to Early. This intercepted by Lastra. Lastra clears. Early brings this back down at center. Infanger hustles to tag up. Play waved onside by Cannon. Goose to Causey. The North Carolinian Dylan Causey to Goose. Goal! This is deflected in net front. The Hens kick the convert with 8:49 to go. It's a 7-2 hockey game. Here it comes again. Andrew Lowe with the net front tip. This 11-11 in the third period, and for Lowe, that is his second of the night. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 17, Andrew Lowe. Assisted by number 27, Noah Goose. And number 11, Dylan Causey. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. In the third period, Lowe's 4th, 2nd of the game from Goose and Causey at 11-11. And for Dylan Causey, that is his first point as a Delaware Blue Hen. Straubinger's shot from distance ended up in the glove of Hunter Galgani, who blockers this shot away. That led to the attacking zone face-off, and now we're in the final 7.5 of the contest. Andrew Lowe potting his second of the night. For all intents and purposes, putting this one to bed. The Blue Hens improving to 20-10-3, barring a Pioneer miracle in the home stretch. Keller to Tracy. Up the middle he comes. He's steered wide by Brendan Ross. Puck skitters to the near corner after working behind the cage. Goose couldn't pick it up. It's pushed back beyond center. DeBolt under forechecking pressure from Amato. Leaves this behind the net to Panapresso. Up the left wall comes Guelph. Guelph trying to find Goose at the dot. Goose still looking for that elusive first goal. Guelph to Diaz. Guelph comes in, picks up a loose puck. He tried to walk in toward the slot, but O'Donnell clogged up his path to right between the train tracks. 6:15 to go. Amato clears and now turns on the forechecking heat on Ryan Rodriguez. Rodriguez changes directions, but he's met by Filicamo. Panapresso to Guelph. Guelph tried to snipe one from the near dot. Did that go up into the netting ultimately after ricocheting off the glass? That is the consensus among the men in stripes. And the face-off is spotted to the left of Hunter Galgani with 5 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Sheer Delaware domination tonight at Fred Rust Arena. Burke took game off the donor setup from the top of the right circle. He gets it back. This shot was blocked by Swartwout. Diaz fanned on the centering pass from Donor for the redirect about knee high. Iacchini could not clear. Everybody's body language seemed to think that was going to be an icing, but play continues on as Rodriguez pulls back into his own zone. Guelph leads a 2-a-side. Delaware attack looking for goal number 8. Ruel! Yes, sir! LM Ruel's got 2. And it's 8-2 Blue Hens. Guelph barreling in up the right wing boards. Tried to center, nobody home, and Louis-Mathieu Ruel. Tracks down the puck and launches his 4th of the year in. To make this an 8-2 hockey game. A true team effort for Delaware with 14 players getting their names on the score sheet tonight. Exactly the kind of momentum you want to see going into a very important Sunday night game against the Drexel Dragons. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season and 2nd of the game. Scored by number 14, Louis-Mathieu Ruel. Assisted by number 21, Justin Guelph. And number 18, Riley Donor at 15:01. Make it 9. Delaware merely adding insult to injury at this point. Guido from Paterson. Making this now a 7-goal differential for the Blue Hens. Recapping the 8th goal by Rule. Ruel's 4th second of the game from Guelph and Donor at 15 minutes 1 second in the 3rd period. Delaware's 9th goal, 18th of the season, scored by number 38, Dominic Guido. Assisted by number 26, Luke Paterson. Time of the goal, 16 minutes 19 seconds in the 3rd period. Guido's 18th from Paterson at 16:19. 2:35 to go in the contest. (9-2) the Delaware lead. That magic 7-goal differential. The number they needed for maximum impact in the ACHA rankings. And a save from Hunter Galgani gives us a pause in play with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation. Face off to Galgani's right. Burke off the feed across from Donor. Leaves this into Rodriguez. Delaware looking for double digits, but the cross-slot pass was intercepted and flipped by Brendan Ross. All the way back into the Delaware end. The Foley shot was wide. From the opposite side, that one did make it on net. Burke corrals the rebound. Guelph, if he hurries, he's got numbers. Rodriguez, net front. Diaz gets double digits. The Iron Man makes it an even 10 for the Blue Hens at the 18:31 mark of the 3rd period. Now we're down to the final 80. Delaware goal 11th of the season, scored by number 37, Cody Diaz. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez, and number 21, Justin Guelph. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 31 seconds in the 3rd period. There is 1 minute remaining in the period. Recapping by Rule, Diaz's 11th from Rodriguez and Guelph at 18:31. Inside the final minute of this 10-2 hockey game. Causey getting his first point as a Blue Hen. Guelph with a hand in half of Delaware's goals tonight. And the final seconds of this game will tick away with Doshin stick handling in front of the Paterson bench. Final seconds now gone, and Delaware wins by a healthy margin. Tonight's final score, Delaware Blue Hens 10, William Paterson Pioneers 2. Final shots on goal, Delaware 48, William Paterson 15. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star, with a pair of goals for Delaware, number 14, Louis Mathieu Ruel. Tonight's number 2 star with 2 goals and 2 assists, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. And the number 1 star of the game with a goal and 4 assists for Delaware, number 21, Justin Guelph. Absolute domination from the Blue Hens tonight. Guelph is mentioned with a hand in half of Delaware's 10 goals this evening. Potting the opener and then shifting into a supporting role the rest of the way. As the Hens win for the 20th time this season, and they're in prime form as they face off against Drexel on Sunday night. Until then, for MJR, for Broadway Joe, for Josh Blom, for Eli Swope, for the whole crew, James Witherite saying thank you for your company tonight, and we'll see you through the course of the weekend here on the Delaware Hockey Network on the 412. Good night to you all.